If your stomach feels hard and firm to the touch, rather than soft and squishy, you are in immediate danger of a condition most doctors overlook until it is too late. You might be eating clean and walking daily, yet that belly refuses to shrink. That is because you are fighting the wrong enemy. You are trying to burn subcutaneous fat, the soft stuff under your skin, when your real problem is visceral fat. This is the hidden fat wrapped tightly around your liver, pancreas, and intestines. It acts like a parasite, hijacking your hormones and forcing your body to stay inflamed. But here is the good news. While this fat is dangerous, it is also the first to go if you know the secret code to unlock it. The standard diet advice fails here. But in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a specific 7-day protocol that targets only this deep, dangerous fat. By day 3, you won't just look different. You will feel a shift in your energy that you haven't felt in decades. Now, before we start your day 1 task, you need to understand why this 7-day challenge is different from anything you have tried in the past. As we age, our bodies stop listening to the signals to burn fat. It is like trying to make a phone call with no signal. This challenge is not about starving yourself, it is about repairing that signal. We are going to turn your body from a fat-storing machine back into a fat-burning machine. If you only remember one thing from this entire video, let it be this. Day 1 is about closing the kitchen. Visceral fat loves high insulin levels. When insulin is high, fat cells are locked shut. You cannot lose weight. So, for day 1, your only task is this. Stop eating 3 hours before you go to sleep. No snacks, no milky tea, no fruit. Just water or herbal tea. Here is why this works. When you eat late, your body spends the night digesting food instead of repairing cells and burning fat. Think of your body like a cleaning crew in an office building. If the office workers, the food, never leave, the cleaning crew can never come in to do their job. By leaving a 3-hour gap, you allow your insulin levels to drop to the baseline. This flips a switch in your body that says, okay, no new energy is coming in, let's go into the storage vaults and burn that visceral fat for fuel. Most of my patients wake up after this first night feeling lighter and less bloated because they finally allowed their body to run a full cleaning cycle. If you're finding these tips helpful for your health, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our next guide on aging backwards. On the second day, we add movement, but not the way you think. I don't want you running or hitting the gym hard. I simply want you to walk for 10 minutes immediately after breakfast. Here is the science behind this simple trick. When you eat, glucose floods your bloodstream. If you sit down to read the paper or watch TV right after eating, that glucose has nowhere to go, so your liver turns it directly into visceral fat. However, if you walk, your leg muscles act like a sponge. They soak up that excess sugar immediately to use as energy. It reduces the glucose spike, which means less insulin is released and less fat is stored. It acts like a drain for your bloodstream. Just 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be fast, it just has to be consistent. By day 3, you are ready to tackle the fuel source. We aren't cutting carbs completely, because as seniors we need energy. But we are going to swap the fast fuel for slow fuel. Your task is to swap one white food for a beige or brown one. Swap white rice for brown rice. Swap white bread for whole grain or rye. Swap a white potato for a sweet potato or legumes. White foods digest instantly, hitting your blood like a sugar bomb. This tells your body to store belly fat. Beige and brown foods are wrapped in fiber. Fiber acts like a traffic cop in your intestines. It slows down the sugar, letting it into your blood deeply slowly. This keeps your energy stable and stops the fat storage signal. By the end of day 3, you will notice your cravings for sweets starting to vanish. Now that we have slowed down the sugar, we need to protect your muscles. As we get older, we lose muscle mass, which slows our metabolism. To fix this, on day 4, you must add a protein anchor to every single meal. This could be eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken, fish, beans, or even a handful of nuts. Why is this an anchor? Because protein takes a lot of energy to digest. In fact, your body burns calories just breaking down protein. This is called the thermic effect of food. Furthermore, protein signals your brain that you are full. It prevents that late-night hunger that ruins your progress. Think of protein as the foundation blocks of your house. Without it, everything else collapses. By day 5, this protein intake will have your metabolism revving higher than it has in years. This is the day that surprises most people. You can eat perfectly and walk every day, but if your stress is high, you will keep your belly. Why? Because of a hormone called cortisol. Visceral fat has 4 times more cortisol receptors than any other fat in your body. It literally feeds on stress. When you are stressed, your body thinks there is a famine or a predator, so it holds on to belly fat to survive. Your task for day 5 is the 5-breath reset. Whenever you feel stressed, or even just 3 times a day, stop what you are doing. Breathe in deeply through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale slowly for a count of 6. This signals your nervous system that you are safe. It lowers cortisol, essentially unlocking the doors to those stubborn fat cells so they can finally be burned off. We are nearing the end, and now we need to look at inflammation. Visceral fat is inflamed fat. To fight it, we need to enlist the help of your gut bacteria. On day 6, add 1 fermented or gut-friendly food. This could be a spoon of sauerkraut, some kimchi, kefir, plain yogurt with live cultures, or even just a banana which feeds good bacteria. Think of your gut like a garden. If you don't tend to it, weeds grow. Those weeds are bad bacteria that demand sugar and cause inflammation, making your belly swell. By adding these probiotic foods, you are planting flowers that crowd out the weeds. When your gut is happy, your inflammation drops and your belly flattens out. This is often the missing link for people who feel stuck at a certain weight. Finally, day 7. Most seniors are chronically dehydrated, but drinking plain water isn't always the fix. If you drink water and have to run to the bathroom 20 minutes later, you aren't absorbing it. It's running right through you. Your task is to add a tiny pinch of high-quality pink salt or sea salt to your morning glass of water. This sounds counterintuitive, but listen closely. Your cells need electrolytes, sodium and potassium, to open up and let water in. Without the salt, the water stays outside the cells, causing bloating and water retention. With the salt, the water enters the cell to hydrate it. A well-hydrated cell burns fat efficiently. A dehydrated cell slows down your metabolism to save energy. This acts like oil for your rusty hinges, getting your entire system moving smoothly. Now, I promise to tell you which day makes the biggest difference. While all these steps work together like a symphony, the conductor is day 1, the Insulin Reset Window. If you simply stop eating 3 hours before bed, you correct the hormonal imbalance that started this whole problem. It makes the walking, the protein, and the hydration work twice as effectively. Remember, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. This challenge works because it stops fighting your body and starts working with your aging biology. It aligns your eating, your movement, and your stress levels with how your metabolism actually works now, not how it worked when you were 20. Try this for just 7 days. You won't just see a change in your waistline, you will see a change in your mood, your joint pain, and your vitality. Your body changes when your habits change, not when your motivation shows up. If you are ready to take the perfect next step to accelerate these results, I want you to watch this video next. Drink 1 cup before breakfast for 7 days. It is the perfect liquid companion to the challenge we just discussed and will help melt that belly fat even faster. I'm Dr. Adam Carter, and I'll see you in the next video.